Welcome to the Gray People Podcast, Episode 6.
Welcome to the Gray People Podcast, where topics that people expect to be black and white are discussed by going into the gray areas. And now, your trio of hosts, Sebastian Zuniga, Reina Rivera, and Randy Felice.
Welcome back, everybody. This is the Valentine's Day edition episode, and I'm so happy to be surrounded by my loved ones. February 14th is going to be Valentine's Day, y es el Día del Amor y la Amistad. So today we actually have some of our close friends here, apart from, the normal crew, Sebastian.
Yes.
Randy.
I'm here still.
I'm here.
On the show.
And one of our newer guests is going to be Gala.
Hi, guys.
And then we also have one of our good friends as well, Caro.
Hey guys, what's going on?
We're excited about today's episode. Reina's gonna do some kind of a Q&A kind of session.
Yes.
So you guys can see a little bit of the guy's perspective on things. You guys are gonna see a little bit of the girl's perspective on things, of course.
The single, the married, all of it. I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's see what's up.
All right.
What do we got going on?
Let's start off easy. I mean, this could also be hard. Who are you closest
That's
to
what she
in
said.
your family? What?
Could also be hard. Sorry.
Anyways.
Again.
All right. So our first question of the night. Who are you closest to in your family?
Oh, that's obvious. That's my dog. my mother. That's my dog. My mom. That's the person that I'm closest with in my family.
Okay.
I go ahead and say immediate family.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
How about you, Caro?
But are we talking because I'm married, so I'm closest to my husband. I mean,
Perfect answer.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. It could be both.
yeah.
I'm not closest to my wife as much.
Wonder who that
Like
is.
right now, you're not.
No.
No, that's good. That's
So,
what you answer. That's what I answered sincerely because I'm a single man. So
that's
Yeah.
true. No, for
Yeah,
sure.
my husband. I mean,
What about you? What about you, Gala?
I was gonna say my brother, but my
What?
sister.
Brother didn't make it to the cut. Didn't make the cut.
How about you, Randy?
For me, the closest person, I think I'm really, really close to my brother, Malone. But, his Instagram, if you want to follow him, 3_ Malone, Malon. So, no, but anyways, as family goes, Malone, my brother, the closest one.
Okay.
oh, nice. I like
Sticking with that same question, is it important for your significant other to be close to their family? Sebastian.
I think I'd like that because it shows me, at least for me, I gauge it as like how they deal with me if they have a good relationship with their family. That's how I'd see it.
So you see it like if they gotta have a good relationship with their family, or is your family also included? Is it
Oh,
important?
that's
If
Oh,
they-
okay. We're talking my family. If that person's family.
Oh, no. Hey, that person's family, but
And
that's a good
obviously,
question. too.
depending on situations with family, like it all really depends. But I would prefer that person to be close with their family, being that I just think that's cool. And if they were close to my family, that'd be a plus too. But I guess either or is not necessary as long as we're good. But I would like it. I would
Okay.
like them to have a good relationship with their family, and it'd be a plus if they had a good relationship with my family.
So for me, I think it all depends on how the family's brought up in their culture within their family, because for me personally, my family, we're the kind of people that one of your cousins got a new boyfriend and the whole family knows. Like, we have a party to celebrate this person's new boyfriend, to welcome him.
Nice.
He's my cousin until further notice. But like with my husband, his family is different. Not they're close in their ways, but they're not as close or they're not close in the same ways. So at first I feel like being married, it was hard for me because I noticed the difference. But then being married long, the time that I'm married now, I understand that it's just cultural. So I don't take it, personal anymore. I'm like, okay, this is your culture. This is how you guys were brought up. So it makes sense now. And then he respects and obviously acknowledges me and my family.
Caro's like, I guess you guys don't do parties for your boyfriends.
Like, so y'all not going to just
She's like,
celebrate
what happened to my
Pedrito
party when I
into the
joined the family?
I feel that's dope.
Seriously.
No, for real. So how about you, Gala?
I think it depends. Like Sebastian said, at least their immediate family, maybe not their extended family, because I'm not close to mine. But
Who
at least
cares about cousins?
at least their parents and siblings.
Whose fault is that?
What if you were to get with the guy and he's like, yo, I haven't talked to my dad or my mom in years. Is that a deal breaker?
It
No.
depends why.
My husband and his father don't talk. At first, I felt like I needed to like be
Mend it.
Yeah, like the puzzle. Like, hey, you should talk to your dad. Like, no matter what, that's your father. But being with my husband for the amount of time that I'm with him, I'm like, you know what? I've been with you for 4 years. We've been dating 4 years. We've been married almost 2. And I've never heard this man look for you, call you, look. So I'm like, well, el que no quiere, que no quiera. We're good over here.
That's
Sorry,
true.
I like that.
Keep it going.
What
keep
about you, Randy?
For me, it's important. I think it shows a lot of character when you can hold family close. Now, it doesn't always have to be like your mom or your dad, but at least like I think when you can show that you love others and you can bring others into like your family, I think it kind of shows what kind of person you are. I would think if you're a kind of girl that just like, oh, fuck everybody, I don't need nobody, then you probably don't need me either. And it's just,
that's true. That's a good way to see it, actually.
Yeah, if you don't need your family, like you barely met me, you're not gonna need me. Like,
It's true. Fuck my family. Deuces.
So we're done with the basic questions. Let's go into a little bit more further into the love
this
questions.
is basic.
Wow.
I mean,
Family is pretty in depth. Raina, but we also want to know your answers because you Q&A, but you also tell us what you
I'm
like.
just doing the questions, Sebastian. This is the question seat.
Well, usually when I'm in charge. All right, go ahead.
And guess what?
Continue. All right.
All right. So the next question is, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done for love?
All right. Oof. Yo, if anybody got one ahead of me, please go ahead. I'm trying to
Anybody
think.
else? While Sebastian
I'm trying
goes
to
through his list.
All right, I think in the name of love, the stupidest thing I ever did was throw a birthday party for this girl that kept giving me the whole, yo, I don't know if I can be with you right now. I just need time. I went out of my way, went back when I was like completely broke. Like this is like,
Aww.
I put my money, saved my money, bought her roses, set this whole thing with her friend to do like a surprise birthday party, and got shut down that same night. That shit was,
You're like, give me my balloons back, man.
And then you wonder why like the whole like romance dies with guys. But anyways, that was mine.
That's what you get for breaking the piggy bank.
Damn.
Give my.
Let's think
What's
about
the
them things
stupid-
for love.
I'm still thinking.
Gala's like, I'm still doing them.
So y'all seem pretty smart at the moment.
I think I'll go. I think the stupidest thing that I've done for love is as weird as this sound is
Be like love.
be vulnerable. No, like for me it was be vulnerable with someone who didn't deserve my vulnerability.
There you go.
And be like, you know what? It doesn't matter that you don't love me right now. Like you're gonna love me someday, and I'm gonna wait for you. And whenever you need me, I'll be here. And like, because
You're
at
gonna
that point,
realize
I was
one
never
day-
a challenge. I like
I get it.
You get
Joe
it.
Mima, like I screwed me over because I was like, you know what? Go do your thing, have fun, mess with X, Y, and Z people, and then come back and I'll be here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was the stupidest thing I've ever done, and I'm glad. Heavenly
Yeah.
Father, thank you.
Ain't nobody.
Okay, you know what?
But it was a learning experience.
She
so
It
brought
was
that out.
definitely a learning experience.
People, get
because
your
now I'm
tissues
like,
out. I'm about to give you a story. Get your tissues out. I'm about to give you a
Alright.
story.
Alright,
No.
let's do this.
I started thinking because I'm thinking something like on the comedy side of things, but like stupidest thing I've done for love is way too long. Like on a certain person where you're like, hey, things don't work out right now. Damn, things don't work out right now. So you, like me myself, I'm in like this zone that I'm like, it might work out later. So I'm giving time to somebody that doesn't even want that time. So you're like in disguise almost by yourself. You're lying to yourself saying you're moving forward, but you're not moving forward.
yeah, because you're not available for anybody else.
That's a good one.
trying to
You're not
get to you.
available. So sometimes I would say a dumb thing like that is, yeah, you
So-
like you said. I thought that was really good. Like you put yourself in
long
that
ago
space.
did you
But
do this?
So not being available for love is the dumbest thing
Just-
you've done for love.
being vulnerable with someone who doesn't deserve vulnerability, and also being loyal to somebody who's
exactly
not
that
loyal to you.
loyalty that you like. You throw that loyalty at somebody that really doesn't deserve it. For you feel like you have to give it, and why? Like
It's
you know,
one-sided.
so you're wasting that time.
It is
Yeah.
super
Es
one-sided.
una pérdida de tiempo.
Yeah.
Amen.
Okay, so Sebastian's gonna write a love song.
A love song is called Una Pérdida de Tiempo.
Yeah. Una bachata coming soon.
Coming soon. I'm featured.
Featuring Cabrera HD.
And we trying to get that
Cabrera
we trying to Cabrera HD and Ozuna. That Farsante remix.
I'm with it.
I
You
guess
know-
I didn't realize I was doing something dumb until I just heard Caro and Sebastian. Someone piggyback off that. If the person's hearing this, it's over. Done. Moving
Gang,
on.
gang.
What's one thing you're super passionate about in a relationship? So what are you passionate about when you're in a relationship if you're not in one right now? and in your current relationship or marriage?
Dang, passionate about it. So many. Growth.
All right.
Okay.
So is that the most important thing? What was that question?
I wouldn't say the most important, but you said something I was passionate about. So something that
sorry.
Like you like to cook for the person and make them happy or hold it.
I would say growth. And growth, I mean, like in all types of like somebody that supports you, helps you out. So if you're looking to further your career at work, or if you have a dream, something you're trying to pursue, vice versa, me giving that person that energy and allowing them to grow, and vice versa, them to me. So that's one thing I'll be really passionate about. I'm always passionate about is growth. So I think that's big. I could say a bunch more, but that's one that just came to my mind.
Once again, to piggyback off Sebastian, I think he's just saying all the right things. I would say growth too is also really important. If that's someone you're going to be with for years, rest of your life, whatever, keep growing.
She says whatever.
Whatever happens.
What's one thing you're super passionate about in a relationship, Gato?
So for me, it's effort. So I know that, when you are with someone, even regardless whether that's your boyfriend, your fiance, your husband, like, you're not going to date your Mr. Perfect. You're not going to date your equal, like the person unless you're really lucky, and congratulations if you do. But what it really comes down to for me is like, okay, well, this is something that I really don't like, and this is something that you do that bugs me, or vice versa. And if I see effort, like you trying to change this, or you trying to work more on this certain thing so that we can, be together, or so that our relationship can work, for me, that's a green flag. I'm like, okay, well, he knows that this is something that I don't like, or something that I would like, and I see him working towards it. He's putting forth effort. Mm-hmm. He cares about me. See, if it's someone else, then they're like, this is me, and I'm not going to change for you. And the mistake that a lot of people make is that they find these people who don't put effort, and they decide, oh, I'm just going to stay because, whatever reason, and they're never happy because this person's never going to put effort for the things that are important to that, to them.
That's a good point. Very good point. For me, I think one thing that I really care about in a relationship, there's got to be one big thing is trust. I think it really comes down to trust. But then beyond that, I think the sense of that this person's going to take care of me, whatever that means, this person's got my back, is really a big thing for me. Whether it's friendship, marriage, like, just a boyfriend, girlfriend, I got to feel like I can trust you and I can go to sleep and I have to, like, sleep with an eye open because this nigga's going to...
You deserve it. I hope you find that one day in a woman.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, that's the thing for me. What's the next question?
All right. Next question. What's one thing that defines who you are in a relationship?
Clingy. Anybody else? No? Just me? Okay.
I think I am like that too.
I'm so clingy. I feel like in life I'm very independent, like at my job and at, in life. But like when people see me with my husband, they're like, you got a soft side? And I'm like, hug me, hug me, kiss me, touch me. Like I always want to be like
loved,
bombarded with love and affection.
That's interesting. See, for me, I think I relied too much on which is not good for a relationship, but the whole, like, you should know. If I'm here, it's because I love you. Like, and that's, I think, one thing that defines.
So what would you say is the word that defines you in that aspect?
I think more of like I almost expect us to connect on that level where I don't have to tell you every day I love you, but I love you because I'm here. Like,
I think that's a gender thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys are like that. They're like, I married you.
Yeah.
I'm here, and
like, that's the only thing they ever have to do.
Yeah.
Like, really?
And I'm like, you need to make me fall in love Monday through Monday. A las 6 de la mañana. Every day.
I forget.
Fall in love with that mortgage payment when that shit.
It's true though. Like, I pay the bills, and I'm like, you know what? Bills are gonna be getting paid whether I'm here or not. If I die, you gotta pay bills, bro. That's not for me.
Hold up, because I'm putting a roof over your head. I think that's enough love.
He's like, love me from outside, then let's get out of here.
All right, so we got pride. We have clingy. What about you, Sebastian?
Not pride.
Pride.
Isn't that what he said?
Let me sum it up for you.
I could have sworn you said pride.
No.
Defines me, I would say in relationships, I'm a giver.
So the word is giver?
I don't know what it is.
What you be
like
giving, Sebastian?
You give. Sometimes to a fault because you might give a little too much, and if it's not coming back to, the same way. But I will reassure, but I like what Randy said too. It's pretty funny. I'm here, but I do find myself being a giver sometimes, and sometimes to a fault, which is like maybe you give too much. But that defines me.
You're giving to the wrong person.
You give her the keys to the apartment.
Was this a podcast for me or
This is Dr. Raina.
No, I like that. I like all these answers. They're really good answers.
How about you, Gala?
Mine would be words of affirmation.
You
So
read that
you
book.
need him?
You read that book.
The 5 languages of love?
Yeah, I just think constant reassurance to know. Like I'm the complete opposite of you. I feel like I do need to constantly remind them because I need to constantly be reminded too.
Damn.
Just so you know.
But it doesn't work because
Gala,
I
I
constantly remind
love
him, and I never get reminded. So
It's nothing.
Him?
It's nothing. No, I don't got a pill for that headache. No, all right. So that's a pretty good question. What else you got for us?
let's see. If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, Caro, what would they be?
3 words. Myself, but like in general terms.
Yes.
I would say this is one word.
I
but
guess
it's
let me
3 words.
correct the question. What and these 3 words would have to define you as to what you bring into a relationship, whether that be a friendship or an actual
Brandy's
relationship.
like shit.
Okay, there we go. Because I'm like in life, I'm just popping. You know? No, in a relationship, I would say 3 words that describe me is clingy has to be one of them because I'm clingy. Like I that's me.
Nice.
2, I would have to say loyal. Like for me, it's all about we're a team. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as we discuss it with each other and we are on the same side at all times. Then that's important. You know, it's not a you against me; it's a us against the world.
Mhm.
Like if we're gonna, move up in life, if we're gonna, progress, it's gonna be something where you're not doing something and looking down on me, like you're not helping me, or I gotta carry you on, like I'm dragging you along. It's about, all right, well, I see you're putting effort, you want to get somewhere. I'm gonna try to step my game up so that I could be at your level. Cause this is not like you're higher, I'm higher. We're on the same level. So I would say loyalty if that was the one that I said. And
Loyalty.
and then 3,
Kendrick.
I would say, dang, this is hard. The third one.
And it doesn't
would
have to be like an actual relationship. It could also be like, what do you bring to like a friendship as well?
Well, me and John were actually talking about this yesterday, and I was saying that I'm just very available. I've noticed with my relationships with my family, with my friends, with coworkers, that I'm always the person who's doing for everyone else. Like I want to make sure that everybody else is good. You good? All right. You feeling comfortable? Everybody good? Okay, cool. And sometimes I forget that I have feelings. And sometimes because I'm so busy worrying about everybody else forgets that I have feelings. So when I need those moments of reassurance where I'm not feeling good and people are too busy telling me about their problems, I'm like, yo, hello,
Yeah.
I'm here. So I would say that's one of them. Is I'm very available and como nurturing. I'm very like, I want to take care of everybody. And sometimes I forget to take care of myself.
Okay.
That's deep.
Guys, how you guys gonna beat that?
I'm still thinking about my first one.
Boom.
Honestly,
Holla at your girl.
yeah, that was
Shit.
dope. I would say any type of relationship, one positive, super positive. So I always bring that into any type of relationship with anybody, because we're all gonna deal with problems. So I always like to look at the bright side of things, no matter what. 2, I'm gonna have to go say loyalty. Yo, loyalty's huge, because it just defines so many things for me. But I like what you said, Caro. Just whatever direction that we're moving, like it's a team. Where even if like your friends, your relationship, whatever it is, it's like yo, we both give. We're both moving at this pace, so we're both helping each other out.
So you have loyalty, positive.
And sex.
He's like sex.
Love and
Eat.
sex, flambe.
Bring the hammer.
And shit, we go with that one too. That's fine. It's okay with me. But so positive, loyalty. I wasn't gonna say loving, but like I feel like it all is there. But what I mean loving is just like that, kind of like that unconditional. Like I'm not here to really place any judgment on nobody and anything that is going on with their life or their past or what they're going through. Like if I care about you, whatever level that we're in, friends, you're dating somebody. I'm really just here to try to make the best out of somebody and help them out. Kind of like what you said, where you're just, like you want people to be good. That's what I want. Like when people are happy, somebody's happy, I'm happy. And it's not because I'm putting myself, I want to say second. It's just that I really do get happppiness by seeing people prosper.
That's actually
That's how I get happy.
interesting. That just made me think of mine. My first word that I bring is judgment. It's true.
Honesty. You bring honesty.
Hey.
All right. So let's pick this up. So on the real, I think 3 things that I bring to any relationship, like Sebastian's saying, positivity is huge for me. You know, another thing is reliability. I think for me, people gotta understand that they can trust me, that they can, if they need me, I'm gonna be there. Just hit me up, like whatever that is.
Like
If you
Kim
need to,
Possible?
Kim Possible, Randy
Call me,
Possible.
meet me if you gotta reach me.
Yeah. No, you know, if you need to move or if you need to shit, I don't know, whatever you need from me, like I'm there. You know what I
He
mean?
said if you need to move or you need to shit, he said that. He said that. If you need to move, you need to shit.
Okay, that was 2, right?
That was 2, yeah. So the third one, I don't know, just companionship, I guess. I'm always there. I'm gonna die with you. We ride or die together.
That's ready for you for real.
Yeah.
We've been running for a long time. So
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So
We're not the couple on the show though.
yeah. What
You
about
wanna
you,
stop that,
Gala?
Really?
I think I'm supportive of your dreams, your aspirations, where you want to go, even if I don't understand them.
That's good.
Wow.
People don't believe it. So that's just like, wow.
I've never seen
For
it.
real. What else?
Loyalty, as well, as you guys all mentioned. And then last, I think I can demonstrate when I'm able to apologize. I think when I need to.
That's big. I can
Yeah,
never
that is
apologize for
Follow
the
my
life
pride
of
and
it.
say sorry.
I'm very prideful.
Yeah.
That
Randy.
apology
I
was
know.
kind of, I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, I said I'm sorry. My bad.
My bad.
It's like I
My
married
bad.
you.
It's like, yeah, when I
I'm sorry,
come
you're
in,
You know
feeling
that
got
thing I
hurt.
did earlier?
My
you're
bad.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Yeah, you know.
You know how you said I messed up? I was thinking
I
about it.
married you, right?
Yeah.
I married you,
Waiting
right?
for the long
The
haul,
roof's
right?
still over your house, right?
You still love me?
I thought about it. I don't think I did
He's like,
anything
it's
wrong.
raining, but you didn't know that because you were inside.
I hit him with that. Yo, you know, you hungry? Turn
But
that
you
Southern.
always,
Yo, you hungry?
I'll forgive you every time.
Yo, you hungry?
All you
Yeah.
gotta tell me is, let's go.
All right.
All right, let's
So
get
we
into
all-
some deeper questions.
Oh,
shit.
shit. Where we? She's like,
I thought we was already in like
for real.
So,
dog.
yeah, let's
We
go
was
down
like
to
deep,
please.
man. I was waist deep in these questions. We're trying
Pour
to
my
figure
heart
this
out
out.
over
We're
here.
like,
So that's just like I'm trying to forget. All right, Gala. Have you ever had your heart broken?
Yes.
Damn, that surprises me. Gotta be the one breaking hearts.
now we know the root of the evil.
Shit, I guess it's karma, because shit, you can only do it so much before it comes back around.
Well, it can be different. It doesn't have to be a romantic heartbreak.
Well, that's true.
I've never thought about
That's
it.
actually
I feel like
very
the first
true.
time I ever had my heart broken was when I was 12 years old and my brother moved away from home.
Damn.
That's the first time I
Aw.
ever felt heartbreak.
Actually, yeah.
Dang,
Damn.
That's
crazy.
some deep ass
For
shit.
real, yo. Everybody came
She's
with some good
like my
ones.
favorite brother.
I'm over here clowning.
That's cool. I don't know
But-
anybody on the show. Nobody. We're 4 strangers that met. 4 or 5 strangers. That
Oh, yeah, we're in the real world now?
But you see what I mean? Is like I'm over here thinking because there ain't no
Yeah.
boy breaking.
But
the
remember,
heart.
Yeah,
It's funny
I
how,
work
like-
in ruthless.
Well, that's a
question,
good perspective.
before we
though.
keep moving on, like, and
I was
obviously
gonna say at work, but I
keep
didn't wanna say
recording this. You know how it's
Randy
like saying Valentine? What was it? Valentine's Day? In Spanish, there's people that say San Valentin, right?
Uh-huh.
I love it how they say amor y la amistad because I don't feel like there's an emphasis in English when they say like love and friendship. It's just like
Yeah.
you think
a love
Valentine,
Oh, that's what you're
and
trying
you
to say.
think and
El
you only
Día
think
del Amor de la Amistad.
yeah, you only think like a significant like romantically, but
That's what I said at the beginning of the
no, I know what you said. Like I know you brought it up, but I'm saying like I feel overall like when I've heard it in both languages in Spanish, I hear a lot more amor y la
No, that's true.
amistad.
Growing
So-
up, I heard a lot more El amor y la amistad, el día del amor y la amistad, el día del amor y la amistad.
And here, or in English, you just hear Valentine,
It's
and all I
romantic.
start
And you're
thinking is like,
Valentine.
hey, who you gonna take on a date? You know, what you gonna do? Like, how you gonna finish the night off? You know,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
important.
Yeah, but amor y la amistad is
stamp on it.
different. He's like, so, but amor y la amistad. I just like how we just brought that up because that's a different
Actually-
type of heartbreak.
No, but that's interesting.
that's also
I don't think people ever think of that. Even when you hear the word
because you
heartbreak.
feel something in your heart, some pain.
Going back to Gala, does he know?
My brother, yeah, I told him for the first time, I think like 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh,
That was the first
dang!
heartbreak I
And this
ever
was when you were
experienced.
12?
Yeah.
That's recent.
Well, you're going to relive this again if you're listening.
Yeah. Really, this again.
That's dope.
Cool.
All right,
No,
Randy.
but
Ramsey,
for
grab the
me,
show.
I've had multiple heartbreaks. I think
Oh,
it's in an interesting fashion. I think for me is what kills the whole. Like I remember, and it sounds cheesy, but when I was like 13, 14, I liked to like write poems, or I thought I was good. Write little cute things for girls and send nice little letters. Like drop them in their little like notebooks and hope they find them later. Do like all this cheesy stuff. It's just, I think for me, the heartbreaks is what breaks a lot of that. I think it's, I don't know. But I've had many girls break my heart. A few guys.
What?
It's okay.
Like best friends,
Best friends leaving me for other friends. That's hurtful.
No,
All right.
honestly, a little bit.
Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go into, I guess, it's something more personal. Sebastian, what's one thing that turns you off?
Indecisiveness.
Yeah.
That's how you say it. Yeah, indecisiveness. That back and forth. If I'm, because you said relationship wise, right?
Yeah.
Or like if you get to know somebody, if they're on the fence, like here and there, like yo, I'm already at a point in my life, me personally, or even a couple years back, it's just like yo, you want to roll with this? Yes, you don't. That's cool, but let's just keep moving. I don't.
Yeah.
This que sí, que no. I'm not sure. Like, hey, I could last on that train for a little bit, but I don't get too many stops on it. So like I'm like, yo, I got to get off now. So yeah, to me,
we don't play them games around
so,
here. No, one thing for me, I think it's gotta be like the, how do I put it, overconfidence, if that's even a thing. I think it's okay for you to be
cocky. Then.
Cocky, yeah.
No, I mean, because it's okay for you to be confident. That's great. If you think you're all that in a bag of rice, I mean, great.
Bag of rice. I'm from another place. He said, un saco de arroz. Where did you get that from? No, he's like, yo, you don't know where I grew up, nigga. You got a bag of rice? He was a man. He was the He said a bag of rice.
Everybody in their head said chips.
For real, that's what I was like. My man's gonna say chips. He said a bag of rice.
He's like, that's some jasmine. All that is
Jasmine rice. 50 pounds by it, too.
No, for real. I feel like I gotta start over.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do all
He
of
said
it.
a bag of rice, habichuela. Like, he's like, he carne. Like, he just keeps going and going.
No, yeah, for reals. I mean, for me, I think it's the overconfidence. If, for example, one thing that used to be a huge turnoff for me, back in my days when I used to go out dancing a lot, you go up to a girl sometimes, and for me, I did go out just to dance a lot of the time.
You did.
Yeah, sometimes you go out, of course, trying to get a girl and all this stuff, but I will go and ask a girl, yo, you want to dance? And they look at you like, no, like, I'm too good to dance with you. Then they see you dancing, and then they're like, oh, shit, now I want to dance it. And it's just, for me, it's like that level of like, yo, like, if you think you're all that, then that's cool, but that's a big turnoff. If you think that's going to make me want to go like, yo, like, I got to get this girl because she's so fine. Maybe you were fine until you started being a bitch about it. I don't know.
Damn.
I like low-key want to bring in a girl's perspective.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's important that, men hear this.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, when I was dating, something that really would turn me off is when I was like getting really comfortable with a person, and you have these late night conversations, and especially in high school, as you on the phone till 6 a.m, and then when they like just want to sexualize it out of nowhere, like just like like you didn't even warm me up. Like,
my bad, ladies.
Like you, for real.
For
like,
real. No, I feel you.
it's true.
I
like,
can see how that can be really uncomfortable.
For me, it was really uncomfortable. Like, I know every girl, and maybe I can't speak for every girl. Myself, I know that I'm only comfortable with sex if I'm comfortable with sex.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not if it's being forced upon me. So, like, when guys would be like,
That is rape.
yo, so, like,
That's what I was
what's
gonna
up?
say.
Well, yeah, but, like, not even with,
I
like,
feel you.
physicality. Just,
Yeah.
like, in conversation.
Bringing
You're on the
it up.
phone with somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning, and you talking
How
about
was your day?
what are you afraid of? What's your
Yeah.
aspirations?
This
And all of
long.
a sudden- yeah, and then they hit you with, like, oh, so, like,
So what you
got on?
I don't
my
know. Like,
uniform, I'm about to go
my
to
fear
school.
my
I
fear
got on some
jacket.
ball shorts, one sock, and a tank top.
My
Like,
fear jacket. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because I get cold, then I get
Yeah.
hot, so
I'm
I
like,
just
where's
got
the
one
lily
sock
of
on.
the when you need them?
For real.
No, but for real, like
I get you.
whenever guys would be like, yo, like, what's up with it? I'm like, tú no ves ahí ya. La macate, como dicen los dominicanos. For me, it would be done. Like, I'd be like, no, like, no. If I
Warm you
got
up
there,
to it,
if
yeah.
we got there together, then it's different because we're both there. But if you just kind of like throwing it on me, for me, I'm just like, you just trying to get some, and I don't got time, so keep it pushing.
That's true.
Yeah.
The fellas gotta, warm up to that.
All right,
Cool.
Gala. Would you say that you have a type?
I don't got a type.
I want to say no. I don't think I do.
No. Randy,
That's
you,
your type.
you have
but you
witnessed.
don't have a type.
You have witnessed some guys. What do you think?
Some
He'd
bad
say they're all
choices.
losers, but
Shit. I'm talking about,
He's
like,
flat
some
out.
Is there a
questionable.
pattern though?
No. I don't think there's a pattern. I do think there's some bad choices.
Nobody asked you
That's
that.
the pattern.
For real.
That probably is a pattern. Bad choices. Them bad niggas out there.
But not a type. Okay,
What?
Sebastian, do you think you have a type?
No type. If
Okay,
What?
Sebastian, do you think you have a type?
No type. If she's cool, then we're cool. Tall, short, skinny, thick, whatever, don't matter to me.
You say dick?
Thick.
If we get along, we get along.
Okay, you know what?
It's a go.
I'm gonna phrase this question
Skinny,
to Randy.
thick,
White, black, Puerto Rican,
white,
and
black,
Asian.
Puerto Rican, Asian,
Randy,
all types of women.
do you think
Las que
Sebastian
todos.
has a type?
Do I think Sebastian has a type? No. I think it's just like Sebastian was saying. Like I think that good energy. Like if you're cool, like you can hang, and if you're not cool, then keep it stepping.
But if you Dominican,
You have
holla
a
back.
type.
But if you Dominican, holla at me. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I feel like Sebastian does have a type, but it's not a physical type.
There you
yeah,
go.
there you go.
It's a
It's a
type,
vibe.
but it's a vibe. Yeah,
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a
vibe.
vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Start dancing.
No, but for real, like if it's somebody who's positive and
Yeah, that's not
outgoing
right.
and like willing to like be out there and not someone with personality.
You
That
should
Someone
have
with a
something in
person-
common though, because I feel like you wouldn't connect with somebody who's just like oblivious
why.
to what's happening in the world.
Exactly,
and-
that vibe. But yeah, like there's little things like I like somebody I can have a conversation with, I can
Yeah.
laugh with, but really just comes down to being that vibe, you know.
That's a type.
Hashtag vibe.
It's a
Yeah,
vibe.
it's a vibe is my type.
It's a vibe. No, it's a.
It's a vibe.
It's a-
So when you
It's a-
find this vibe, how do you show your love?
Dick pics. Ah!
I thought we were clear when Gato said that was completely.
No, because
Crossing the
you,
line.
you made it sound like I like skinny and I like dick. Like that was different than me saying I sit down with them. How do I show my love?
Yeah. Does it depend on the person, or do you just do something the same each time?
I try to obviously by like let's say the situation, like you'll do a little couple different things, but it's all comes with the same like energy in the back, like the same motive, like the same like love behind it. So yeah, I'm a catering person. If I like a woman, then I try to
Buy some books.
court her and like things that she likes. Try to find out like where you like to spend time.
So you
know?
personalize it.
Correct, but I'll personalize it. But I'm saying like it all comes from that same area of like it's coming from a genuine spot. Like I'm trying to cater to that specific person for what they like. So once again, I go back to like if that person's happy, I'm gonna be happy. Like I'm gonna see a smile. Like I'm doing good. So
How about you, Gato?
For me, the way that I show my love is
Loyalty.
is physical.
Damn.
Like I voice it.
Grab him by the.
I voice it. Like I'm physical. Like I like to hug. I like to like my husband will tell you I ask him for a kiss more
I
than
like
10
that
times
shit.
a day.
That's
Or I
good.
go to give him a kiss more than 10 times a day. Or I like if he's sitting next to me, I'll rub his back. Or like
shout out to
I'll-
women that rub people's backs. Like for real. Like,
But you know
when
what's
they don't
crazy?
show affection,
It
when
only
they don't-
works if si me sale. Because when he asks me, I don't want to. Don't ask me. I don't want to. But if I see you next to me and you're not asking, I'm like, oh, let me
What
just
if
rub your
what
back.
if what if he acts like his back is hurting?
No.
Ah, my
I
back.
feel
I mean,
these-
yeah, I'm a nurturer, like naturally. So
Shout out to
whenever he's sick,
nurturers.
I'm like, let's take your temperature. Here's some Vaporula. You need it.
Nice.
But for me, it's all about physical. Like even sex. Like I'm trying to hook you up
That's what's up.
for real. Like I love you, so I want to show you physically that I love you.
Hey,
That's a.
we
That's
have
we
her
gotta-
husband
we
in
gotta thumbs
studio.
up,
We have
guys.
her husband in studio. He just threw the thumbs up.
By you, she does not mean you. She means her husband.
Her husband.
Yes, my baby.
Next question. Actually, no, Gala. Same question.
Like, I don't move out. I'll tell you that.
How do I show my love? I think, like Gato said earlier, just being there, being reliable, know that they can depend on me.
You want to elaborate on that? She's like, how do I show my love? I do.
Affirmation,
I
but
just
not
Like
like
Randy said, I just do. You should know.
You should know.
Randy, name 3 things you and your partner have in common.
My birthday.
That's very true.
That's
That's a
simple
really
one.
easy compliment.
It's
That's
one.
not a
We
com-
have it in
people,
common.
How many people share their birthday with
All
their
right, fine.
couple?
Another thing I think is a love for like comedy. I think just laughing and having a good time. I think it's important to both of us. And the other thing I think it's it's not much to do with love, I guess in the cheesy sense of it, but I really appreciate the sense of the cultures being the same. In a sense like
Just knowing that she's Haitian.
Yeah. No, every time I think back to like growing up and, now being like where I'm at today, I think some of the biggest disconnect between people is when you don't understand where they're coming from because of where they've been in life. And if things are too different, then I just think sometimes that's the problem is, your culture, and not a bad thing, but you do things I don't do, and that shit is fucking weird for me. And just, we may have issues around like dumb stuff, like, yo, I just don't like your food, like, don't make me eat this food.
I get you, and that's where I believe, my bad to cut you off, and that's where I believe that there's got to be some sort of compromise, or people that are cool with each other to understand and work through that, because I've seen it a lot where people are like, no, my culture, your culture, and they don't want to work things out at all. So that's cool, Randy. I like that.
All right. Garo, same question.
So for me, it's culture, but it's not nationality culture. It's how we were brought up. Like, my husband's from LA. I'm from Philly. I was born in New York, but I'm from Philly, and we both kind of got that like hood background. And I feel like living in Salt Lake, I wasn't gonna be able to click with anybody who didn't know my struggles. We weren't gonna be able to connect. Like, there wasn't gonna be very much things. Like, I was never gonna be able to be like, oh, I married my husband France. Like, nah. So that's one, definitely is, our upbringing definitely is something that brought us together. Two, I feel like being married and understanding each other is hunger. And, we're big, so we hungry. But we're also hungry for, like, to improve, like, because of where we come from, we want to be better. Like, I'm aspired to be like, yo, one day I want to have this and this and that, and not even materialistic, because for me it doesn't matter about the materialistic, but it's all about having what I didn't have, or giving my children what I didn't have growing up. We both come from single parent homes, so we want to be able to provide a good example of what a marriage is and what it should be, so that way they can keep it going. Nice. So that's two. And three, I would say we love to like try new things. We love trying new things, and I would say like mainly like restaurants. I know that's weird, but like when we go on vacation, we look forward to trying different like foods. We want to try different things. We want to see like what it tastes like, what it is, the environment, like how the feels when you're there. Like we went to Philadelphia I took him back home recently, and for him it was just like, yo, try this dingy corner chinos, pork fried rice and totones. Like, let me put you on, like. And that was dope, because then when I went back to California, I had, some of the stuff that he had growing up. And it's just like, we kind of like love to show each other our culture with food.
So let's get to the last questions. And these are the only ones that are actually related to Valentine's Day.
Oh, damn. I forgot this was for Valentine's Day.
I know, right? Just wanted to leave the best for last. So, Sebastian, what's the best gift for Valentine's Day that you've given to someone?
Yeah, to me, it's just a whole commercial type thing. It's like, it sounds bad.
It sucks for the girls, but I do think for like...
It is important to do something, I understand that, but I almost feel like at the same time, it's like what's happening to Christmas.
You forgot about Teddy Bro, I can't
Teddy
believe
Bro wasn't Valentine's.
It wasn't?
Like, yeah, I've given out teddy bears, I've given out flowers, I've given out chocolates, I've gone out to eat, but I'm thinking about random gifts that I've done on random days.
Yeah.
Like...
That's when it's most important.
Yeah, because I've done stuff on a random day, like
when it's not commercialized.
Exactly. Because I feel like, okay, you give somebody something of Valentine's, it's nice if you guys got a couple, like, that's great.
When you break up, that shit gets burned anyway, so like...
But I'm sure, like, okay, Gato, you're in a relationship, Raina, you're in one, Randy, you guys do that. But you tell me, like, let's say some random day you come home and it's like, hey, I got you something. Like a little thing.
Yeah.
It might maybe have more impact than, let's say, Valentine's Day itself. Even though, obviously, you still don't want Valentine's Day to be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, good
I feel
day
like
for
there's
you.
Just a certain pressure that us females put on guys to expect something. Because I remember, like, a few years ago, I wanted something for Valentine's Day. I'm like, dang, I'm your wife. Like, what's up? And he's like, okay, so where's mine? And I'm like, wait, no, this is you. This is you. Like, you gotta give me
this
something.
You, nigga. This you.
And I remember, like... And then I really put things into perspective, because I'm like, it's true. I feel like Valentine's Day is very commercialized. It's all about giving, flowers, dinner, or whatever. But like, if you love me, you're not going to give this to me on February the 14th. You should give this to me every day, and vice versa. Like, girls have put this view on Valentine's Day where the guy has to pamper the girl. And it's like, no, we can do it for the guy too. Like, I remember I got John a cuadro with like LA at the top, Philly at the bottom, and Utah in the middle, and then I put a heart, or California, Pennsylvania, and Utah, and then I put a heart in LA, a heart in Philadelphia, and a heart in Salt Lake. And for like that, because that's how we met, and that's how it was. And then one time, and it wasn't even something crazy that he spent more than $100 on.
Yeah. That's the clear frame you have.
Yeah. And like for me, like something that I received that really meant the world to me, like I cried, was he gave me like a clear, kind of like the glass where the flower from Beauty and the Beast is. And he wrote the lyrics on glass of our favorite song. And like, crazy enough, me being me, like, he gives it to me and I'm like, this is so beautiful, and it looked beautiful because his handwriting to me is amazing, and I didn't even realize that he wrote this, and he's like, well, read it, and I'm reading it, and as like, it's not clicking, and then when I see one part that, oh my gosh, this is a song, I just like start bawling, and I'm not that girl, but just the thought and like the time and, you know, just the detail for me, like, I was just like, whoa, like, you know, this is amazing, and I was just crying like, you getting something like that.
I thought of it now. The best gift I gave anyone was my virginity.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Like I
That's
said,
a
on
good-
Valentine's
That's a
too.
great gift.
My money on me style. He's like, yo,
You can get
She over
this.
here
Pero
asking,
una
does it
amiga,
have a
so-
receipt? Can I return?
No, actually, that's not true, but it would have been cool, huh?
that's what hell.
That's a good gift to give. Shit.
All right, last question for everybody. Have you ever been in a relationship long enough just to get a Valentine's Day gift and then bounce?
Damn, just
No, not
purposely?
me. But that's some funny stuff. If anybody has one, email that in, because that's something I want to hear about.
For real.
Like, yo, I gotta stay because I'm about to get a gift. Like, yo,
Or they dump you right before summer.
oh yeah, or they might dump you right before Valentine's.
Valentine's.
They might dump you for the holidays. They're like, yo, I gotta let go of this girl before Christmas. This is
I got dumped right
expensive.
before Valentine's Day once.
But was it for
got
was it for
dumped
not getting a
I
gift?
got dumped on Valentine's Day.
I got
That was
asked
fun.
out on Valentine's Day.
Damn, the opposite.
Mine was
You were
after.
boss.
I got the.
No,
see,
I got
this-
dumped like a few weeks later. A few weeks before Valentine's
See, I
Day.
think this goes to the whole like killing the romantic side of Randy was sent flowers, all this stuff. That shit is expensive out here in Utah. Sent flowers, everything like a Valentine's Day, and then no fucking text back, no response, and then we talk.
And then
Well,
at
not
that
return
point, he
after
was
that.
at least texting. I just want to know if you received them or if I can get my money back. It doesn't matter if you liked them or not. I just need to
No,
know.
for real. That shit fucking hurts. It's crazy.
He's like, do you got the tracking info? Because I don't know.
Yo, he said he was gonna deliver it by 10. It's already 10 p.m.
Listen, I don't care. I don't care if you got with the guy with the delivery
Your
guy.
flowers are dead.
I don't care if you hooked up with the delivery guy. I just need to know.
No, but then not hearing all day, and then the next day, I guess, is when we really talked about it. But it's just still like fucking
She's
crazy.
like, how
to
was
me.
your Valentine's? She was like, mine was great. What you do?
Yo, that's messed up, man.
All right.
Oh shit!
All right, guys. That was the last question. How does it
Damn.
feel?
It feels great.
Damn.
Feels
that's
good.
good.
We still
I
got a
think
couple
that's
right.
segments left in the show.
Anyways,
So for the next part or the next segment, we're gonna do what we call the 3-2-1, which is where each of us talk about one impactful thing that we experienced or saw through the week. So for this one, since we have guests here, we're gonna do me, Sebastian, and Caro, and each of us are gonna share one thing that was impactful for us. And I'll start so we can get this going, get it rolling. For me, I saw this story about an old man that was super depressed after like his wife died, and this is a guy that just loved his wife, to no end, and he was just in a rut, like you would say, and going through life, just kind of waiting to die type of thing. And he was at the supermarket, and this little girl just he was turning around the corner, and this girl was in the car with her mom, and then she like waved at him like, hi, like, what's your name? And they stopped, and like she gave him a hug. And like that shit just like brought him to like back to like happiness. It was crazy, like just that love of like he made a friend at the supermarket.
That's
And
dope.
today they're like really good friends, which is crazy. The mom brings this little girl to this old man's house every day.
Keep an eye.
Not
on
every
that.
day, every so often, I think once a week. So they can like hang out, and they can just kind of have that friendship. And for him it was like reviving. It was like
Something new.
it was something new, and for me, just the impact in that was just to see how, again, I think I kind of always hit on it, that one person can change the world. But it's just that, man, you don't know who's going through something, what people may be going through, and sometimes just that hi, hello could save somebody. And that's how he sees it. It's like that girl saved his life. And I think it's interesting that, as far as statistics go, I think most people that try to commit suicide and things like that, they talk about what stopped it, or things like that, and would have just been someone walking down the street that smiled at him or waved at him,
that asked you how you were.
asked him how you're doing. So make sure you guys do that for people. I don't know, just you never know who's going through stuff.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go ahead.
Something impactful that has happened, this week for me is, the Eagles won the Super Bowl
Woo!
for the first time
Ever,
in their history. And
Fly, Eagles, fly.
I don't want to sound like a lambona because I don't follow football, and it's the honest truth.
But that's your city.
But it's my city, exactly. It's my city, and that's where I was raised. That's where I come from. It's my culture. It's part of who I am. And to see, honestly, whoever knows me knows that I cry watching like Finding Dory. So like for me, just to see like, Philadelphia's been doing just so good this year. Like, we're one of the murder capitals or the murders, more.
She said we're doing great.
Usually that's where we are, like even now, like our our homicide rate is going down. We got to the Super Bowl. Hopefully the Sixers could bring one home. Let's all cross our fingers and our toes.
It ain't gonna happen this year,
but whatever. Like it really brought the city together, and it was so nice to just like see the crowds and everybody getting along. And it was a moment where, for me, something that I really, really pay attention to is unity. Like race didn't matter, gender didn't matter, sexual orientation didn't matter.
Story.
Like. And at this point of our lives, it's what we need. It's unity. It's for us to remember as human beings that we are one race, the human race, and we need to be together. And to see everybody celebrate and people high-fiving each other, cops and people and this
that
whole
was
like,
pretty cool.
Just this whole unity and everything like that really,
Some people got really wild, but
to me.
But the cops, it was
there's always negativity.
No, there's always going to be in every city that's going to happen. But it was cool seeing those videos of the cops.
Yeah, it was dope. Like it was dope just seeing like my city, like, and we deserve it. I'm sorry, like we deserved it. We fought for it, and the Eagles are very like they're a great team, and everything that they've been put through, and them being the underdogs and all that, and just all this adversity, and the fact that they just brought so much praise to Jesus Christ, like when they won, like to me that really really touched me, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Like I'm excited, and I'm glad that I got to witness this live 215. That's my city area code, and it was great. I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Positive takeaway, just really fast. I'm just happy we're all here together doing the show. It's nice. Yes, it's been a while. Fly Eagles fly. I'm not from Philly, but that story is good. That team did. I think they represented the city good. Is what they did.
I think so too.
Randy, damn, that story is way good too. I really like that. But overall, my takeaway is that this show, like, we're doing it. It's fun, and now we've gotten our friends to be a part of it. So to me, that's something big. So.
All right, guys. So along with the same theme as far as love, Valentine's Day, and everything, and we have the People's Note. And if you're new, that is the quote of the day, our version of that. And today it is, "Let all that you do be done in love."
That's a good quote.
I like it.
Let it love. All right, so everybody, thanks again for tuning in to the Great People Podcast. We really had a lot of fun shooting today's episode. Make sure you guys follow us on IG, Great People Podcast. Make sure you also subscribe if you haven't. Comment below. Leave us a like if you like this episode. Share with your friends. Let us know what are some things you maybe want to see us talk about, some topics you want us to hit on. So make sure, again, you let us know down below in the comments. If you don't follow us on Twitter, Great People Podcast is Great PPL Podcast. So make sure you follow us there. And
a huge thank you for Gala and Gato being here tonight.
Yep.
Gato, again, where can they find you?
You can find me at Thick Girls Wit, no H, curls _ and at Carolina, just the pronunciation of my name, _XO. And thank you guys for having me. I had a good time, and we should do this again.
Yeah,
definitely.
And Gala, where can they find you?
It's gonna be Gala _Zuniga.
Yeah, so we'll make sure we put them below in the description of the video or in the information whenever we post this episode. But again, thank you guys for tuning in.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We had a lot of fun today. Gala, Caro, we definitely have to all do this again. Have a wonderful Día del Amor y la Amistad. Cut.